Hello and welcome. I'm trying to get back to my chat. Say hi if you're here. I don't know. It looks a little blurry on my end. Is it blurry on your end, guys? I'm going to try to weight my lens a little. Sorry for my finger being in the way. Hmm. 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 Okay. This is the card we're going to make today, guys. Isn't it awesome? Well, I want to give you a little bit of news, Stampin' Up! News and Bonnie news and all that fun stuff. So every Wednesday now until Easter, I'm going to do either a spring type card or an Easter card. And I'm going to try to get some Easter cards in there before and my Mondays and Friday videos. I did a few already, but I know there's some other ones I have done, and I want to share them in case you guys want to send out a quick card to somebody. Easter just snuck up on me just like that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the 4th. It's early this year, and so much going on. I should have been doing Easter cards last month. But I just want to let you guys know that the Butterfly Brilliancy bundle is available now. You can either get just the stamps and the dies, or you can get the paper, and there's 2 different kinds of papers, or you can get the whole bundle if you want it all. Now, I have been told that the paper will not carry over. I have the paper right here. We're going to be using it today. It's absolutely gorgeous paper. I love it. I've used it in several of my up and coming videos that I've got coming out. I mean, they're just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful paper. So, yeah, that's something you can get if you want to. Hi, Doris. And then also, if you order from me all this month, you will get the free butterfly tutorials from the Creativeology team, and it features this this bundle. So it features this bundle and the bundle I'm going to be using today. And then also the Hey Chicks are still available. So if that's something you're interested in, you can still get them. So I just kind of did this card together quick here just a few minutes ago. I kept undeciding on what card I wanted to share with you guys. So this is the card that I'm sharing with you. It features this paper right here. And the piece that I used was this one right here. This is the piece that I used. I cut some off the bottom, and I'll tell you all about that here in just a minute. So we need a base piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And then we need a piece of Bermuda Bay, and the Bermuda Bay is 5 1/4 by 4. And we can put this piece right down like that. And then we have the Designer Series paper, and it's so hard to cover up this side. It's all beautiful. Every side I just absolutely love. And this piece is, oh, what is it? 5 by 3 3/4. I had to think about that for a minute. Then we have a piece of Bermuda Bay again, and this piece is 2 1/8 and by 4. And then this piece of the Designer Series paper, which is just the other side, and I just cut down towards the bottom because I wanted this more vibrant. So I just cut 2 inches right across there. And this is 2 inches by 4. And we could put these two pieces together. If you're new here, over in the right-hand corner of my video, there should be a little pink square. If you will subscribe, I will appreciate that. And if you will hit the like, any of the above. So now we have that. So now that all the paper piecing together, now let's get to some stamping. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a scrap piece of Whisper White, and we're going to bring in the butterfly. Now this stamp set is Floating and Fluttering, and I got this set right out of here. I got this die set. This will be a great add-on if you're considering getting the Butterfly Brilliancy bundle, because it's just a wonderful add-on. It'll go great with it. Okay, I got to bring in my mat. And I'm just going to stamp this right down. I'm going to give it a good little push because I kind of want those solid as much as they can. I like a little bit of it not being perfect because I think that adds character. So I like that. Okay, there we go. And then I've got 3 color inks here. I got Bermuda Bay, Melon Mambo, and Highland Heather. So we're going to open up all 3 of these. And now one thing about this stamp set, it has, I'm not sure, I want to call it like a second stamping. I call it like it's really not a second generation, but it's like second stamping. You stamp this first, then you stamp these on there. I know there's probably a technical term that I am not using that this is for. And then there's even like a third where you could stamp this on top of this and then on top of that. I mean, there's so many options. So it's just wonderful. But I'm just doing the one set of stamping. Now we're going to stamp up the big butterfly. And got to get my head in here. And we're just going to go right over top of this. Ta-da! I just love how it just fills it all in for you and you don't have to do anything. Fillers? Okay. Doris said she would call it fillers, what we're doing. All right. So we got fillers. That does sound like a good idea. It quickly fills it right in. Yeah, that would be a good idea. So and I just like it. It like lines right up, and there's even ones for the leaves, but I'm not using the leaves, so oops, I got that one a little off center, but it'll be okay. We're still gonna go with it. But there is ones for the leaves, but I'm not using the leaves today, so we don't need to worry about them. Now there are individual dies that can cut these out individually, Or there's this one that you can just run right through and it cuts out everything on your die here. So that is going to be the one that I'm going to use. I think I got a big enough piece of paper. Yeah, I think it'll work. I think it'll fit right on here. So we're going to bring in the little guy. I'm going to make little labels for these and call them little guy and big guy because I always call them that. Let me get a piece of my, oh, here's a piece of my tape. I'll line these back up. Now, when you cut this out, though, the only difference from cutting them out the other way, okay, I think it's good. And when you're, I'll tell you in a second, when you're running this through, you want to have them off layered. You want to have them off centered. They say that is best because it goes through a lot easier. And I have to say it does. And so we got that. And then we'll bring this out. When you cut it out, it comes out like this. So it's all attached. So now we have to detach it if you didn't want to cut them out individually. And it's pretty easy. You're just going to snip a little bit there. And actually, I kind of like this. I didn't do it in the other ones. But it kind of leaves the, what do they call them? Antennas. I call them antennas. They're little, like feelers, I guess, that are on the butterflies. I'm sure there's a technical term for that, too. And so it leaves them right on there, which is nice. I'm going to cut this one a little bit closer to kind of hide that little bit of a mistake I did. I'll show you up close here. See how this one has the little antennas and this one doesn't. When you cut them out individually, it cuts the antennas off. But when you use this big one, it doesn't cut them off. So I kind of like that it's on there and that it didn't, I'm just fixing this a little bit. It's got a little pokey things. She calls it the big boss or small boss. Yeah, I always call it the big guy and the little guy, so that's funny. All right, so now we're going to bring in our paper here, and we are going to just go ahead and put some dimensionals. I had some. Here they are. Put some dimensionals on the back of this. You like the antennas. Yeah. I guess I never really paid attention in science class. And then I'm going to put this down here. The other thing this does do, it might have moved on me a little bit. I think it shifted because I do have a little bit more white up there. But even if it shifts, it still looks okay. You can trim it down if you want. I don't mind it. Okay. And now we're going to stamp our greeting. So I'm bringing in a piece of scrap. And I got the greeting from Springtime Joy, and I'm putting Welcome Spring, because if you haven't been outside today, you need to take a few minutes and go out. I went out on the porch and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what the temperature is. I haven't had time to look at that, but it's definitely warm. going to be melting the snow. Oh, Doris says it's 57 in Homer, so it's almost 60 then. So that is wonderful. I know I went and turned the pellet stove down. Woo, I was sitting in here in my craft room and I was sweating like crazy. I'm just off. I'm sorry, I got this real close to me. I'm off camera. I'm cutting around this like I always do. I don't always, but 99% of the time I do. And then I gotta bring in my mat and put some Stampin' Seal on there. And we're going to tuck this like right about here so it looks like he's landing on it. Just like that. Then I went ahead and I took my favorite little black Sharpie type pen that I have. And I pushed down fairly hard this time because I'm going on blue paper and I wanted it to stand out. I don't know how much you guys are going to see it on the camera, but I'll bring it up a little closer. See, I pushed down fairly hard so you guys could pick up the little ovals or little dots. Makes them look like they're zipping around. And then I took some gems, and I've just decided you could even put these like on the body of the butterfly, and you could have lots of fun with these gems. I just ended up putting 3 on the card to kind of give it. You could add Wink of Stella to the butterflies if you wanted to even give them a little more umph. But that is my card, and I really enjoyed it. If you would like anything, need anything, you can go to bonniescreativeplace.stampinup.net, and you could place your order there anytime. But if you like it, give me the thumbs up, share, all the good stuff, guys. Thank you, Doris. All right, guys, that was my quick card. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with me for a little while today. Bye-bye.